Okay, Legend. I think Representative Ricks, you understood Legend question?
Yeah, she said she understood part of the question. Is that why she
Okay.
said?
Okay.
No, no, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, you asked the question about who I'm working with or how do I work with people in Liberia, other representatives, etc. And I would say that I've worked with different ones starting in 2021, 2022, during the George Bush administration. We did the commemoration of the 200th year of the founding of Liberia, taking people back and forth, bringing important guests like Roland Martin and the famous actor John Amos from Roots. Support 200th year anniversary, and also, each year we've done stuff with the diaspora. This year, I was able to help with President Boycott's agenda when he did his event in August in Washington, D.C., August-September timeframe. I was one of the mistress of ceremony and a host there. So, to the extent that I'm involved in Liberia, of course, I work with government. I've worked with the foreign minister there.
I'm really struggling to hear the representative.
I'm not sure why. I don't know what.
I was hoping we could deal with it, but it's kind of it's hard because she's coming in and out. I mean, at one point we'll hear you clearly, then you go back in and out.
Ella, you shifted your camera some way. Try to see if you can shift it around your camera, your device.
Oh, you kind of good just now.
I'm not sure exactly what to do.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's like like. Yeah.
I'm not sure what all the interference is. It's just bad. Okay, are you able to hear me now?
We hear you, but very faintly.
You want to draw your device closer to you and see if it changes?
Maybe, yeah. Let's try that and see.
Do what?
Bring your device a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah, try that.
Okay, so I was saying that I have worked in many different, helping to support the government. Recently, when President Boycott did his diaspora event in Washington, D.C., I was one of the co-hostesses and also the mistress of ceremony for the opening day. And I've done lots of things with the diaspora return, where we invite people back so that they can experience tourism, understand what investment opportunities are. We've done the Heritage Ball, where we recognize people who are outstanding in the Liberian community and abroad in the diaspora and also in Liberia, doing great things to recognize them. So I'm always doing different things to support Liberia and to move our country forward as far as development, economic opportunity, and progress. Then there was the second part of your question. I don't remember it.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. Fred, I don't know how much time the rep has with us. Rep, how long you think you can be with us?
I'm gonna have to leave you in the next 5-10 minutes because I do have another meeting.
That's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. All right. So once the rep leaves, we're going to jump in the crossfire, guys, to discuss everything she told us, and know whether she was telling us the truth or she was just making stuff up. Just kidding. All right. So, Fred, back to you, Fred.
Okay, let's go to. Okay, I think it's time for everybody to win one round. So let me ask my question. Looking at Liberia, what can you contribute to our law makers? I know when you were there, you saw some of the things that went wrong. Now you're looking out, yeah. And when you observe what is going on in Liberia, the lawmakers, do that ring bell to you? And if so, is there a collaboration where you can strengthen or help? Like one of the things I've been thinking about when bills come, yes, no, or neutral. What that means to you, yes, no, or neutral in bills. And then you can talk about your project, some of the project in Liberia.
When I look at lawmaking in Liberia, I see a lot of talk about, people talking about what's in it for them. I've heard sayings like, Dama time, or, this our time, and it seems like there's a lot of fight about benefits for themselves and not for the general community. And I would say that that is not the conversation that we have here. There's, Liberia is about almost close to 6 million people. Colorado has a population of I'm going to say 5.6 of or so million people. So pretty close in population. We have 100 legislators in our General Assembly, 65 in the House, 35 in the Senate. And I think Liberia has 100 and something total legislators. So it's a different conversation. We run every 2 years. And when we look at the structure of, the House and the Senate, it's similar because, of course, it was modeled after the American Constitution and General Assembly, etc. But we do run more often, and every year, every 2 years, when we run, people want to know, what have you done for us? They hold you accountable, and so I would say that there needs to be more thinking about how we can move the community forward, the country forward versus, the benefits. Do I get a car every 3 years and all of these perks that people get? We don't get those things here. Public service is truly public service. So I would love to see more of that. And on that end, how can I contribute? Would love to be able to partner with the Speaker of the House or the Senate Pro Tem to do classes. I would love to bring other members of my caucus and we could come and do an exchange. We could do, just kind of talk about how we run bills and, how they might run bills and do some intellectual exchanges, around that in lawmaking. Um, and then what other questions did you have, Fred? Oh, you talked
I
about,
was I was trying to say, like the tell me when you have a bill on the floor in the Colorado Assembly, and you have to go yes or you have to go no or you neutral. What that means? Because we had a debate here when you say no or if you say yes, if you neutral, what that means. So can you help us understand it, and then talk about your project in Grand Cape County that you'll be coming to Liberia for annually?
okay, yes. So, we have to pass bills here, and what does a no vote on a bill would mean that you are against the bill and you are voting for that bill to fail. A yes vote, of course, would mean that you are in agreement with the policy and you want to see the policy move forward. Neutral is not typically something that you see. A neutral, I guess, would be that the person maybe does not vote. But there's no such thing. I mean, for example, the chief has to vote.
Not not hearing
Uh,
you.
oh gosh. Can you hear me now? Okay, so a neutral vote, I was saying that a yes vote means that you are in favor of the policy and you want the policy to move forward. If you vote no, that means no, that you're against the policy. You want that policy to fail. You think it's a bad policy and you don't want it to go forward. There's no such thing really as neutral. For example, if you're in the House chambers, you cannot just pass. I think you have to vote or they mark you excused or something. But it's just, I guess you would be excused. Um, so neutral could mean a lot of things. Either maybe you had an amendment or something that you asked for and it didn't get added to the bill. But in that case, most people will vote no. I don't want to push this policy forward if my amendment or my changes are not made. But typically, neutral is not a place because people expect you to speak one way or the other, and your vote is your voice. So that is what I've seen in practice here.
Okay. Rev Ricks, we want to say thank you. You've been awesome. You've been very patient with us, even though technology seemed to want to interfere with our programming tonight. But you have been very patient and coming in and out. At this time, if it's okay with you, if you want to leave, that's fine. We'll just ask you for your closing comment, and please make this your home. We are welcome here as always, and we'd love to have you again another time.
All right. I want to just thank Fred again for inviting me, and it's been a pleasure spending about an hour and a half with you guys today, and sharing, some of the work that I do here in Colorado. I think, Fred, the one question you asked was to talk about the surf competition that will be taking place May 28th through the 31st. We will be doing the second iteration of the Africa Surf Tour. We will be hosting over 40 world-class athletes from all over Africa and 8 different African nations. So you will be hearing more about that. And if you're in Liberia, please come out and support.
Ooh, she's frozen.
Very resourceful lady.
Yes.
I just follow her page. She's
okay. I wonder what I think she's still in the back.
Legend, please share her page in the group chat so I can follow her too. She's a very, very brilliant woman.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She is.
Okay. Naquetta, if you she's her wheels keep spinning. All right, I'm going to move her. She come back. We'll bring her back on. But at this point, here's what I want to do. Claudia, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Gentlemen, Claudia is the only female on the platform, and she's going to be here. You'll get used to her. Okay. And at this point, I'm going to turn the platform, the stage over to her so that she can carry us through this very fiery moment, the crossfire. Claudia, if you don't mind, can you please handle the crossfire as well, please? So with the crossfire, we allow people to, ask questions to one another, and if they have questions they want to come in to the other panelists, they can do the same. But you being the game and you know how it works, so it's up to you.
Okay, so are the questions related to the guest appearance, or it could just be like?
I think the guest appearance, and maybe somebody want to interject something for another topic, we can do that as well. But let's keep it up with the guests if you can.
Okay, so my question is to all of you, because the question I had for the Honorable Ricks was and related to ICE, because it's kind of a big issue here in Liberia, seeing a lot of people coming back home and trying to settle their lives and just try to, it's overwhelming for us as well. And then even us who speak English, we're also marginalized as being a deportee or just like coming from something bad because we speak English. I want to know from all of you, has the issue of immigration, deportation, or anything affiliated with that ever affected you or any of your family? That's my question to everyone.
Well, I just want to go first.
Yeah, so
I just want to go first. And everybody's quiet.
Let me unmute everybody. I think that's
what I've seen so far with the immigration thing. I personally have not been affected directly, or any of my family member or person that I know so far. But the fact that they and myself share one thing in common called the nationality of Liberia, we're all Liberian citizens. Before we came here, it breaks my heart to see one or two or three or multiple Liberian going back. The reason why we came here, we all know that prior to the Civil War, Liberians just used to travel casually, but the Civil War gave us no chance. And since the Civil War ended, the country is even in a worse state than ever before.
This morning, a busy day up there.
Some of us that live in refugee camps in Ivory Coast. I can joke some of my friends. I say the life we even live in refugee camp is even better than the life we living today in Liberia, like my man Achu, because we didn't have the hardship that the people are having today. I mean, man,
are you trying to exaggerate? What?
I'm being honest. I'm being honest, because the way we were living, even if you go to Buruburan camp, the way Liberian refugee were living,
I was once a refugee too. Now,
yeah, and when you the condition that people are faced with today in their own native country, Liberia, where I didn't have my board out in Monrovia. You went back to Abidjan. You said I'd rather be in Abidjan than to be in Monrovia right now, right? But here's the part I want to talk about.
Is that bad?
Here's the part I want to talk about. The part I want to talk about is Liberian jubilating. Some Liberian, not all Liberian, but some Liberian jubilating that people are deported. Oh, you sat in our country all these years, you didn't get your paper together. Listen, you don't know their struggle. You don't know what they have been through. Some people went through immigration process because the person who's supposed to help them get that paper, they have a disagreement with somebody. They refuse to show up to the immigration appointment. Other people, they have temporary green card. They're supposed to go back to renew that temporary green card to get the 10-year green card. Situation happening within that process. They separated. They refuse to help that person with documents. So many different variables when it comes to immigration document. I didn't face that. For me, I came through a program where we protested in Abidjan 2003, and we were brought here to this country. I got my document right at the airport. So I didn't face those kind of things. But I can tell you for a fact that other people who've been through the struggle, who wants to be in a country undocumented? Let's just face it. Nobody wants to be here undocumented, right? Some people's situation is so dire, right? And other people can't understand that. And they make mockery. Now, the Liberians in the diaspora are the backbone of the economy of Liberia. Just in 2025, 800 million United States dollars were remitted to Liberia by diaspora and Liberian. Almost the same amount of the national budget. Think about it for a second. A Liberian in the diaspora paying for tuition, sending their family member to school, buying food, sending them to hospital, celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, and you name it, right? So don't jubilate, don't celebrate, because if more and more Liberians are sent back home, it's that crab mentality, come back home so we all can suffer kind of thing. You cannot do that. What you ought to do, you can benefit from diaspora and Liberian by being an errand person. You run an errand to secure somebody's deed, run an errand to make sure that that construction project is ongoing properly. You get 4 or 5 person, you will make enough money, because a lot of people in the diaspora want to build their homes. They don't have trusted person to go to. You can use this opportunity and make money for yourself to be that trusted person who can run errand, secure that land deed, make sure that land is probated, make sure that land is surveyed, and get a proper documentation to them. You will make XF. Once you do that for 1 person or 2 persons, guess what? Thousands of people will come to you, because your good news will be spread out there. Stop being that person who will croak your own family member or friend out of money. You be that person who will be a genuine, honest person. Trust me, money will come to you without you questioning it because of your good deeds. I want to say that.
Okay. I mean, you sound hurt about it.
Standing on 820 platform. You ain't want to talk?
I like what Mr. Gage just said about the importance of understanding that right now is the time for us to make money in Liberia, because there's a lot of people trying to build their houses. They want to come back. People are starting to open their eyes about business and different things. And being an agent on ground and being trustworthy is very important. And that's a value I think a lot of Liberians need to learn to have. You know, it's not about calling America every 5 minutes begging for money and stuff like that. It's about helping one another, connecting the diaspora with back home, you know. So I guess no one else has any. You know, it like I said, it's a national issue. It doesn't affect everyone until your next door neighbor comes back abruptly and he's angry that he's back home. And then, you know, I'm not saying that deportation or people who are deported are bad or got bad values or whatever, but 1 out of 10 come back like out of this world, you know, and whatever they coming back with, they're dispersing it out here. Like 20 years ago in Liberia, you couldn't go outside and see marijuana. You couldn't go outside, you see pills. You couldn't go outside, you see kush. They didn't know about street hustling like they do in the streets of Washington, D.C., New York City. But now you come in Liberia, you just feel like you're back home. People are doing things that they've learned from what others are bringing back down, you know. So it's good to come back if you want to come back. It's not good to be snatched off the street, shoved in a prison 3 to 4 years fighting your case, and then saying, look, I can't fight my case. Let me just come back home. And then you come out here with that kind of frustration, you know. So it's a national issue. It's something you're not talking about now, but you know, because 2029 elections is coming. You don't know who's going to contest. You don't know who might have just come down here and they're in their little bubble building themselves politically to take over the country. So
it's a good question you put on the board. The veteran would like to
I
respond
guess
to it.
everybody's waiting for Prophet Key issue, so they don't want to talk.
The veteran will answer it this way in twofold.
Well, I guess we have to pivot the Prophet Key issue for me. If I may talk on that subject, if I'm permitted.
Okay.
I want to
Mr.
give my opinion. I think the court has given
I'm talking right now.
unnecessary recognition.
Mr. Gay, I think
Mr. Gay.
the floor.
Yeah, I'm talking, Mr. Gay. I think it's an interesting subject because we have to start thinking about Liberia in the
Yeah,
positive.
you Mark. Nobody was talking, so can't be on the
You
air.
have to look at Liberia
But I really
in
want to speak
a
on this issue because
in a positive
what I saw
light.
today,
Mr.
I
Gay,
was
you gotta wait.
disappointed in the Supreme Court of Liberia.
I said, what's going on?
I want to
Mr.
give a
Gay?
disclaimer. I am not a lawyer. I'm not claiming to be
Anthony.
one.
What happened?
Someone has the floor, Anthony. Someone speaking.
I think your microphone or your earpiece you can't hear. I think, but we're hearing you, but you can't hear
Go ahead,
us.
veteran. Go ahead, veteran.
I think it's a good subject that Claudia had put on the floor. I mean, it might not be your family, but it affects both the families and it affects the country too. With all that is happening in the world and also here, we should start focusing on how we can better Liberia so when our brothers and sisters come and go back home, they can fit right into it and upgrade the standard of Liberia. But what I'm finding very interesting that our brothers, when they go home, I mean, it's a tough thing when you go home because number one, you have to prepare. When you left Liberia and you came here, it's not the same Liberia today than when you go back. You figure the suffering, the hardship, and everything that goes on, that when you go, not only your family, but your friends that you went to school with, the condition that they are living in. And I know it tough. One person cannot upgrade or uplift the standard of Liberia. But collectively, if we begin to put all our ideas together and work together instead of being against people who say, oh, the person in America, he should have everything. And when you rejoice when the person come back home, oh yeah, they send him back home or rejoice. Instead of being happy when the person return, say maybe that person education and other things can join us and we can rebuild Liberia. I think we have to think about this collectively, that you don't have to have the money, but you have to come back with the will or what you have learned here. Put it into use. Don't fool your people. Come back and say, I'm here to work with you. I might not have the money, but I have the idea, I have the education to help you put things together, and let's work together and rebuild Liberia. So it will be all of us. And until we start thinking in that terms, that it will take all of us to build Liberia, the diaspora and people on the ground. And instead of looking at the diaspora, we have all the money. I say sometimes it's sacrifices we are making. And for me, I look at my sacrifices. I look at health. I look at if somebody haven't eaten for days. I pick where I think, not that I have it, but I sacrifice. And Christ told us, if you have a 5 loaf of bread or have something, share it with your brothers and sisters. Sometimes we follow that biblical principle in life. And sometimes it comes across that we're not rich, but we just following that Christian principle, but sharing with one another. And I think that way we take all of us sharing with one another, whether it's idea, whether it's food, and putting it together, like other African countries doing. Burkina Faso is sending money to the country and it's uplifting the spirit of the people. We all have to do that for Mother Liberia. It will take all of us to build Liberia. That's a good subject for all to start thinking about it.
Claudia. I think.
Can I get in?
I think we need to start wrapping up now because it will soon be 7 o'clock. And my suggestion is that when somebody is speaking, that person should get maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes and not speak the whole show up. So no, that's my suggestion. But I think if 7 o'clock is the deadline, then we need to start with closing argument now. That's my suggestion. And Alex, I've not seen the Facebook link.
I also want to make a suggestion.
Claudia?
Yeah, but then the student will have to mute because I'm hearing my own feedback. Can I go on now?
Claudia, she's the moderator.
Yeah, okay. So I know before the show started, we were talking something like that, but I want to restate it that we developed a WhatsApp chat room for the panelists of this platform. I don't know how that sounds, where we can either continue talking on issues in the chat room, and then some of them can come to the platform when we are on air.
Yes.
Okay, let me answer that. Let me
already have that.
Yes,
Yeah,
we do have. And Mr. Amos, right? You are in that group, I believe. I think I added you there. It's called I Beg to Differ. It's in there, and that's a good point because we encourage everybody to start a discussion in the group. Develop the discussion in the group so that when we come on the platform, we can be able to refine it. But it's good to start a discussion.
So how am I in a group and I don't know?
Okay, hold on. Let me find you. I think
Go to your WhatsApp.
Mr. Amos, when you go to your WhatsApp, you should be able to find the group name I beg to differ in your WhatsApp history where you have all your contacts. You should say I beg to differ where you have go in your WhatsApp.
If I were added to the group, I would have received, I would have known, I would see
Correct.
it.
Maybe
Probably you have my contact, but you have not added me.
Amos, do you have WhatsApp account?
He's right. I'm just
Yes,
adding
I
him.
do.
He is right.
Oh,
He's
okay.
right.
Okay.
You're
But
right.
then-
I'm just adding you there. That's true.
Okay. I will find you one barrel of cane juice.
Do you see us? Do you see yourself in the chat room?
I'm grown man now. Why are you looking at me? Why you are not thinking about fingering documents? You are looking at me, gay.
As we all know, the quote unquote fingering or document was made up because UP was afraid of
It was made by
and
fingering was made
now
by
You see
Maryland.
the
the incompetence. Listen,
Well, I guess
Fingering was made by
crossfire has
Maryland.
begun.
hold on now. So the incompetence of the United Party-led administration is on the full display. 70,000 jobs cannot be found. 239,000 students that were fed through this feeding program. We can't find the schools. We found one school in Mangibi, and it got a small kitchen. We got a $10 million villa in local country. So you got misplaced priority. What is the emergency down there? You got a generator makes $3,200 a month, while the police officer get $150 US a month. Make that make sense to me. When almost 3 million Liberians in Liberia currently have no job, and Liberia ranked 9th poorest nation in the world, that means 2 out of 5 children goes to bed hungry in Liberia. This is not me.
So who's going to represent you in the competition?
No. Forget about the
You didn't think about the document.
No, forget about the sarcasm.
Come and think about the document.
Yeah, but listen
and
here
then
now.
you bring in
listen,
2 million,
listen here.
70,000, this and that.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Judge, you need to counter him with what you have.
Like I said this now.
Was
you won an election.
Profit, and he went and fingered the document and said, "Go Waka, we're not going to live for more than 6 months."
And they go through out the case, right?
You got a document. Is that why you here to support?
Listen now. So they put throughout the document, the case. The case went in the garbage because it was a nonsense case. It went in the garbage. But here's the reality: people who are being demolished, and the president being very insensitive to the plight of the people. He said God is not creating any new land. Any person with wisdom never utter such a word out of the mouth.
You are talking unrelated things.
What you call unrelated things? We're talking about competence. We are talking about competence.
Go back
to competence. Why UP folks are so angry? You won the election, you are angry. You have no skill set to deliver.
Claudia,
so you are angry and blaming everybody else by yourself. You more than Donald Trump. You blame everybody else but yourself.
Claudia,
yes.
They are pushing your issue from the table.
No, but he's actually,
Prophet Key is irrelevant, and the Supreme Court making it relevant.
Mr. Gay is actually still on the topic.
We're talking about Prophet Key here. We are not talking about Prophet Key. We are not talking about Supreme Court.
Boy.
We are talking about different issues.
All right. So, it seems like crossfire. Claudia, am I right? Is it crossfire?
Yes, it is.
So Anthony, I'm going to respond to you. And, lately, if you watch my post since the government that I helped by using my voice to bring in power, I've been extremely objective. And I feel come what may, Mr. Cummings should be one of the Liberians that should be given the luxury of serving his country because he has proven. He has.
So we got ANC people on the platform. Is that right? Wow.
Well, I'm always going to be objective. I'm going to speak from my objective standpoint any platform I appear on. So I'm going to go. So Mr. Cummings, in my purview, holds all right as a Liberian, inalienable right, and he has the qualification. He has proven himself in the sector that he worked in, and no one can tell me else why. I believe strongly he deserves a chance. But at times the ANC people, the way they discuss the issue.
Legend.
Yeah.
Can I hold you there, please? Can I hold you?
Yeah, you were cross-firing.
All of y'all who talk
It
about
has not opened.
all of y'all who talk about Cummings, you always make this argument. He has done this in the corporate world. There's no argument. Please, y'all tell us, in the layman term, what did this man do that make him so qualified than any other Liberian out there?
Thank you. I would just give it to you in a layman term.
Please,
If
I'm asking for. Feed it to me.
we can give power to somebody who came straight from a soccer field, became a senator, didn't have anything to prove in the senatorial field, and made him president. And we can make somebody who waged war in the country, Charles Taylor, and make him president. If we can make people who held guns and have no track record of being successful in any sphere of life, Yeke Koluba and their likes, if we can put them in high offices in the country, we can definitely make Mr. Cummings, who has proven to have worked in one of the very lucrative sector in Liberia, Coca-Cola, and he excelled to becoming, I think, like a whole regional head of Africa or South Africa or whatever Africa. But he's
executive vice president, global,
and he succeeded in his private life, and I think he can transcribe to power. The only way you will know and say he's given a chance to serve. And with that said, I maintain no one can dissuade me that Mr. Cummings deserves a chance in our body politics to serve as a president. Having said that, Mr. George, I want to think that the ANC people at times they become a little bit too carried away by being on the offensive, that they forget they are facts, that they have not had a chance to serve yet. So they should leave some room for, you know what, in life, you can't throw all your eggs in one basket. They attack everybody and forget to know that the day Mr. Cummings gets a chance, the same way they're criticizing people. I always remind Mariah Yakula, who's an executive of ANC, that one day will come, I'll pray hard for Mr. Cummings to become president, and you'll see how people will critique you on, and you all should be ready to take it, because the way you dish it out, the how people are going to be handed back to you when Mr. Cummings becomes a president. I'm looking forward to that very strongly. So that's the point I wanted to make. You know, Anthony, not everything you say is correct. Like, for instance, they've made clear that that project is not $10 million for that FOIA project. And it was had a questionable earlier on, but now they've cleared that it's not 10 million.
They say 6.1 million, but they are not.
Right.
They are not.
We have to respect, you know, what they say.
They are not
But
disclose the documentation.
I support this government, Anthony, but there are lapses, and there's no secret there are lapses. There are hiccups in this government, but on some fronts, the government is trying. I don't like how they handle this demolition exercise.
Did you elect the president to try?
It could have been better. Did you listen to the Deputy Defense Minister, Spencer Liko?
No, hold on. One second. Did you elect a president who said George Bell was just to try?
No, I did not say you were elected to try. I said there are hiccups along the way. And
we tried
I think the government is doing right.
And we tried the other person, so we should try Cummings.
No. Hold on. Let me make a point for Cummings.
Let
me make a point for Cummings. I know you guys.
No. I got a flow.
Okay, but I have the right to say what I want to say about Mr. Cummings.
Cummings. That's the same Cummings who plagiarized Albert Einstein. Say you cannot do one thing over and over and expect a different result.
That's not plagiarizing.
Well, you were just quoting. You were just quoting.
Wait. Let me learn. He did not give credit to Albert Einstein.
Yeah, he did.
That is how. No, he did not. That is how Albert Einstein defined insanity.
Yeah, you are quoting.
Okay. No. He didn't quote anybody. I'm telling you. I wrote it in a perspective. I'm telling you. And you are saying we brought footballer from nowhere and made the person president. We brought somebody who brought war to Liberia and made that person president.
Yeah.
So we should.
But why you ain't calling that person's name?
I mean, it's try and error.
You have heard us say Ellen Johnson.
I did.
You calling yourself legend? We said.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's not try and error. I gave you the reason why Mr. Cummings should be given a chance to serve.
They're my other colleague.
Mr. George, I want you to know one thing.
No.
Liberia.
Let me learn.
Okay, learn.
They're my colleague here, my friend, my brother. Even though you call him senior, no, but I'm the senior here.
Mr. Josh, I don't
I'm
want
a junior. That's why I'm
Comments and myself. Comments and myself.
The
We are from
senior ladies and gentlemen,
We
I beg to leave the platform.
Mr. Josh, nowadays I refer
I
to Liberia
beg
as a case
to
study.
retire.
Okay,
I refer to Liberia as a case study today.
Claudia,
So I
Can
think
I say something?
okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay,
Claudia,
let's listen to the moderator. Yeah, go ahead.
Claudia,
Madam Smith.
Wait, say I just want to say something, okay? Because I'm on ground.
Claudia,
You talked about all these leaders.
I am
Claudia, I beg to retire.
by just being
Okay,
objective.
Please,
Y'all hold on.
please
Let the moderator
listen to the
speak now.
moderator.
Yeah. Go ahead, Claudia.
Claudia, I beg to retire.
You, if
you
you guys
put him on
want
there,
power, if ANC
Yeah.
wants power, you have to do the noble thing. You have to stop being afraid. You see, Cummings doesn't come in communities. He doesn't go in places. He doesn't implement projects in areas that a person as fearless would. Like you said, Charles Taylor was given presidency. Someone that handles guns was given presidency. You talked about all these people having presidency because they didn't have fear. They wasn't afraid to go places, make promises, fulfill those promises, implement, bring police if they got to implement. And ANC is afraid. I mean, he's just not psychologically ready.
Claudia,
Not psychologically
let me
ready.
hold you there.
Not just let her land.
No, I think she landed a crossfire.
Interrupt the moderator.
Are you done? Because I want to counter. Are you done?
Allow her.
Hey.
Claudia,
So that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't think one for the next maybe 2 elections coming that ANC has any chances. He's got to wait maybe when my children are already in their 30s or something. Right now it's not the time. Right now, like we're in fierceness. We need lions.
Okay.
People are trying to get us out of that dark age where we think African. We're trying to be civilized. We're trying to have that. We're trying to moderate ourselves into catching up with the world. You know what I mean? And we don't need someone soft that's going to come and say, okay, y'all sell down there. Y'all block the road. Y'all be selling y'all shoes.
So Obama was soft, right? It's okay.
All right, Claudia.
How old are your kids?
First, the person who made those statements is not an ANC partisan.
Claudia, just tell us to make our closing statement.
It's awesome. And I am a supporter
but Mr. Judge,
I beg you, come here. I won't make one thing. I won't make one. Okay, see, I want to say before you left. So tomorrow, if you can join us at 4:00, it'll be good because there'll be a special interview tomorrow. Siku is having a special interview with Senator Zoe Pennell. And once our interview is over, we're going to come up and analyze what he said on the interview. Okay, I just want to say that before you go on.
Okay.
So Claudia, I hope Claudia, you are listening. The person who made those statements is awesome. And I am not a member of ANC. I am a sympathizer of this Unity Party government because of President JMB. Now, your last point you made, it kind of coincides with the fact that Liberia is a country that afforded so many people their chances, and Liberia will show you when they want to give you a chance to be president. That's what they did with Charles Taylor, even though they say you kill my man, you kill my pa. That's what they did with George Weah. Even you know book, you don't know book, we'll vote for you. So they will show you that they want to vote. So I agree with the point that they may not want to vote Cummings, but I still feel he has a chance and he needs a chance because the people who served and failed, in my opinion, they are not better than Cummings, who has not had a chance to serve the country. I think he deserves a chance. He's a Liberian, and I stand by that. That's all the point I'm making. I am not his supporter. I'm an objective Liberian who feel that people who want a chance and they've shown in their life that they can be given a chance should be given a chance. I just wanted to make that point clear to you. I'm not.
Thank you very much, veteran Weezer. Try and error on your campaign.
Not try and error.
Okay. So I think the floor is for Claudia.
Yeah.
Now I'm back.
Nothing is back.
When you mute
you
me
ran
all the time,
away.
whenever you speak, I can't hear you again. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, but you ran away. Are you hearing
No, I
me
didn't run
now?
away. I'm saying something. Whenever he mute me, I can't hear him speak again. When he speak, I can't hear him. Whenever you mute everybody, I can't hear him again.
When you
I
were
don't know what's going
saying,
on.
when you were talking, you were muted, and I'm here. I don't have the opportunity to mute you. I wish I had.
No, not you.
Okay, I wish I had because I was going to mute you throughout the whole thing.
No problem. It's usual because George Lobo, Steven Johnson,
I'm not.
All these people run away from me when it comes to the
Hello.
No, man, people don't run away from you. You're battle.
And George
ANC people.
and
You're
you
battle. How would George Lobo run away from you?
George Lobo ran away from me on focus on Nigeria with Dennis Jah. Ask Dennis Jah.
I said, okay, but
you know that you're not sharing your sentiments.
I'm trying to correct you.
You know that.
My last name is N-U-B-O.
Mr. Numbo.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Nimbo.
No, that's a whole different person you're talking about.
Mr. Nimbo, let me make my point real quick.
Okay.
I hear this argument all the time. Can the experiences of Mr. Cummings be translated to government? The answer is yes.
What experience?
Okay, listen now. Listen keenly here. Leadership remains constant, regardless whether it's public or private. It remains constant. My skill set as an IT engineer, whether I work for a public administration or I work for a private entity, remains constant. It doesn't change. My leadership skill doesn't change. I manage huge projects, and even if I'm transcended to government, I can still manage the same thing. Performances remain constant. Now, in government, there's different nuances, and in private sector, there are different nuances. Yes, you can navigate those nuances, right? But your skill set remain constant. If you're not a good public administrator, or if you're not a good administrator, whether you're in the public or you're in the private, it will show. Cummings is an administrator. Cummings was chief executive administrator and executive vice president for Coca-Cola Global. Look at the function. You can Google right now Cummings' function, and you can see everything about legal activities, logistics, administration, what from top to bottom falls under his purview. Even finance falls under him. You understand? He managed over 65 billion United States dollars without a penny being missing. Now, somebody will say, but it's a plug and play, it's a template administration. Then the question I'm going to ask you, why are coaches fired? Why vice president, CEO are fired from company? Why directors are fired from companies? Why supervisors are fired? Isn't the company has a template? Why are they fired?
Mr. Gay.
They have the same template. Now, find one Liberian who are rich, the upper action of the corporate executive ladder compared to companies in this country.
A question.
Right?
Oh, please.
You're not going to put none of them have ascended.
Let me ask my question.
It is a plug and play.
Okay, go ahead.
Right?
Yeah. Mr.
So
Gay.
that is the point I'm making. Now, leadership, like me, I'm going to break the news here because I broke the news on other platforms. I'm going to be contesting the senatorial seat in Grand that comes 2029.
I'm not talking about
I can tell you, my skill set.
That is not here.
My skill set will set a difference because if you have people who do not understand that
Okay, Tune, but you got to break that up.
Hold on
now. Let me end with this.
Please.
People who do not understand the responsibilities, like the likes of the current Chief Justice of Liberia, who takes his personal feelings and attach it to their position, then we will have the calamity that we have in the country right now. There is nothing in the penal code of law that suggests that Prophet Key violated any law. He cannot sack one.
I'll hold you right there. Mr. Nubo.
Actually, let me come in. I mean, Mr. Gay is very interesting. I was in. He said he's not hearing me. I mean, or maybe somebody need to be telling him because
hold on, I don't know because he's muted. I don't know. Let me see me unmute him.
Okay, let somebody unmute him.
I'm hearing you now.
Okay.
But when you mute everybody, I can't hear you.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
If you stop talking, that would mean we are having a discussion. Okay, he is muted again. Okay. And he gone. But what I'm saying, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was member of the Liberian Community Association of Georgia. I was the treasurer. All the meetings we had, Cummins were in Atlanta there. He never appeared there. The first time I met Alexander Cummins was when I came on Ellen delegation 2006 to Washington for the debt relief. That was the time I met Cummins. Cummins never associated with Liberian organizations. And Cummins, the first time he ran, I have some friends who called me and said, we want you to be supporting Mr. Cummins. I said, who is Cummins? The Cummins from Atlanta? They say, yes. I said, no, he said, and these were Marylanders. Now I said, no, Cummins need to be doing this, doing that, and what have you? Because Maryland County is already a base. And the guy who called me said it costs money. I said, oh, so to run will not cost money? I feel that, Cummins is just because veteran legend, we say, that try and error we have in the country now. So Cummins will come and try again, try for the third time.
I will never use word try.
He will bring the rice. He will bring the palm oil or the cane juice, and we the choir people will say "Bati that was on here." That's what veteran we said want us to do. That's what Mr. Gay want us to do.
Veteran George.
But we have to go beyond that.
Veteran George.
We have to go beyond that. The choir group is becoming very sophisticated.
Veteran George, since I'm here, let me make that clarity to you now.
I call myself veteran. I call myself legend.
Okay. All right, Mr. Nubo. Mr. Nubo.
I still have to flow.
Popo Ulio.
Popo Uli. I will have there. That's me. And look, we the Southeasterners.
Remember, you were just speaking about the time. But people speaking about watching the time.
Yes, Mr. Nubo, you want to conclude?
All of them took plenty minutes, and I would have gone to half
except legend
minutes, and I will go beyond or maybe 7:30 or one of you. But they my picking they call gay, and the other picking here they call wizard.
Yeah,
they are not in for the choir group. They are not in it for Liberia. They want us.
My mom, Papa, what he said. I ain't for Liberia.
They want us.
My grandma is from Blake.
My mind, Papa,
I'm from Pliwo Sarkin District. I'm from Blake. Pliwo Sarkin District. And these people, Blake is in Harper District. These people here, Archie, these two guys, they want us to be trying people every day. We try Charles Taylor, we tried Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, we tried George Weah, and now they want us to try Cummings.
All right, Mr.
I
Cummings.
rest my case.
No,
I
I'm
guess
asking
you can go
Wait,
ahead.
hold on, hold on,
hold
hold on,
the way
hold on.
LeBron is
30
corrupt.
seconds.
Alex, hold on. I beg y'all. It's 12:15 a.m. in the morning. Like we gotta let Alex go, okay? And then we can hang on the platform.
Right.
Okay.
I wanna see.
Alex,
That's great.
all right, hold on. Alex, you want to say something, man? Before you go?
Ellen want to say something. Ellen enjoying the conversation. He enjoying the conversation. You want to go there?
But Alex gotta go home.
I just enjoying the show, but then the talking pet made me so
Yeah,
happy.
you see?
But I hope we have to do that as sooner that because at that time, like from 10, 11 people can be listening. So it will sometimes be good that we start this conversation maybe around 10 to 11. That more
know,
people
right?
will
Know,
go
right?
and
Let
get
your
people.
fire, people crap.
What that means?
Feedback.
Okay. Maybe Archie, maybe we can pick a day, let's say Sunday
Can we do Sunday
or
midday?
Saturday,
Sunday sounds good.
and we fight here.
Okay. Saturday
Oh,
sounds good.
my,
Saturday sounds good.
it's like white man can't jump, right? Oh man can
Saturday-
fight.
Saturday
No, man,
sounds
you
good.
like the way the
But
comments
you-
I
come
got
out.
one punch there. I got one punch there. On both
Okay.
sides.
So you don't
I
agree
got
on
one
that?
punch for gay. I got one punch for legend.
Yeah,
Mr.
because you
Moore.
like the way the sister is corrupt. You can get
Mr.
pick up
Moore.
phone and a bank
Yeah,
account.
Alex,
Somebody
I
go
mean,
there, collect money
Anthony.
and bring it to you. That way you
Tony.
you don't that protocol.
Tony, you don't agree now? We are the panelists.
Mhm.
Do we want to do a Saturday round-up of the week?
Absolutely. I'm available.
Legend?
Yeah, we'll go for it. Saturday's fine.
Mr. Lugo?
Legend voice low though.
Yeah, no, fine. Fine. I'll be tired. So every Saturday I go to play 35 and up basketball. So
I'm
I
on the
can't
clock,
be-
bro. This
yeah.
kind of time on Saturday,
We'll
I'm
do
a
it.
person and can be a bit good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
fine. We'll
So,
do
Mr.
it.
Nuba?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, let her find time.
Okay,
That's-
great. So Saturday, I'm going to
Our
tell the
only
management.
country in Liberia.
Okay.
What time Saturday?
You know what I want to
Listen,
tell Mr. Nuba
Right,
now?
the time.
What time do we want to use for, on Saturday?
Okay, let them tell you. I don't go to church.
It's 6 o'clock now. So is it
I don't
5
go to
o'clock or
church.
4 o'clock, right?
So-
4 o'clock, fine.
So
What time
Okay.
is good for you? What's the
4
the members that gotta send me Hulu?
4 o'clock. Because
4 o'clock, what time? Eastern?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to do Eastern 4? That would be
Eastern 5.
9 o'clock.
Eastern
9
5.
o'clock to Alex.
Okay.
Alice,
That's
what
fine.
time is good for you?
Saturday it works for me, but I'll just be tired when I come from playing. I just gotta.
And what time go for
For
gay
this
scene, for
discussion,
gay
Alice,
scene?
what time we can get the point?
They gotta go and start coming.
No, because one of the things we have to know is on the first segment of the show, we call people from around to give an update. So,
No, that one on
So
Saturday.
that
That one on Saturday. No, we're not doing that.
oh,
We're not
Saturday,
doing that.
right?
We're not doing that. That's Saturday. We're
Yeah,
not doing
then
We're not doing
that would be good.
Okay, good. Okay.
We can
Yo,
get come out,
we'll
we
get
can
come
get
out,
come
we'll
out,
make a call, we'll make a call, we'll make a call. We'll break will
Yeah.
come by, break will come by, we'll make a call. How we gonna do it? How we gonna do it?
No problem. It'll be okay.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
No,
So,
but
okay.
I got everyone.
Mr. Nubo, Emien, where you going?
All right, you guys,
I'm here.
you can go.
All right, so I'll be watching the show. I'll be watching the show as soon as I go out.
Okay, so guys, feedback. I think that only when
You speaking that Archie is supposed to understand that.
the Caesar Global,
That's Caesar Grove.
my grandmother tribe. I was raised with my late grandmother, and
No,
she's
bubble
a
people
Wallace.
and Archie from
I speak a
Grand
little
Gila
bit
is a
Caesar
bubble
Global.
Mr.
man.
Nemo,
Yes.
the UP is a complete recycled political party.
Okay.
Please allow me to answer him on the
I
live.
can't hear again.
Bubble.
I don't know what
Okay.
happened when
Mr.
you
Nubo,
speak.
No,
I'm gonna
I
say
can
this to
hear
you, sir.
you. I
Okay,
can
good.
hear you.
Okay,
But
good.
what
You can hear.
happened to fingering of the document?
You can finger a microphone anytime.
Yes.
Want to make drop? They may travel.
So listen, Mr. Nubo, I'm going to say this to you. You and I know, I made clear from the day I arrived on the platform that I'm in a free position, but I support this president, JMB. But I will always try to be objective. And my objective stance on this issue is I feel Mr. Cummings deserves a chance. I will never tell you, say, we should go and do trial and error. No, I will never use a word like trial and error. The reason why I feel he deserves a chance is a Liberian who has proven himself in the field that he's worked in successfully. So if possible to be given a chance, he should be given a chance. That's my point.
The same thing about Archie. Archie Wright. That's the same thing about Veteran Smith. That's the same thing about George Numo. That's the same thing about Anthony W. Gay.
No, they've not put for themselves. Anthony Gay has not put for himself. Archie has not put for himself.
Let me
Mr. Cummings has put for himself.
Today, number one is job creation. Number two, the economy. Who is better suited today to manage the economy of Liberia other than
a business person? We need to try a business person.
Oh Lord, Judge, you see the abomination that men are causing on the platform.
No, where's the abomination?
Look at Trump.
Better suited.
He has a business background. He's thriving.
But first of all,
and now you legends.
And then he has worked in the field.
Legend,
he has been tested in
okay. I will make
you understand?
I would tell you.
Do you know the market value of Cocoa?
I would tell you.
$321 billion United States dollars.
One at a time, I beg you. One at a time, so we're in trials now.
Liberians, ladies.
One at a time, so we're in trials now, I beg you.
Actually,
Mr. Numo, you got 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes.
Yeah,
okay, let me land. I can tell you about prominent Liberians, ladies, who supported Trump in the first term because of Trump money. And that is the same argument or similar argument you, Legend Wizard, and Honorable Gay Senior are making right here. Cummings got money. He was at Coca-Cola, making this sugar water, thing. And Coca-Cola factory in Painesville closed down without Cummings intervention. And he was the god, Coca-Cola god. And in his backyard, Coca-Cola operation closed down. And that's the try and error, the Mr. Gay Senior, Legend Wizard, they want us to take again. That's the risk. After we made George Weah president, we made Charles Taylor president, we made Ellen Johnson Sirleaf president. And we have now no veteran politician or veteran or government official, Joe Boakai. And I feel that these two guys, they don't know what time it is. And that's my point.
Okay, thank you.
Let me go before you, please, if I may.
Anthony, go.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Sometimes it is good to listen to the elders. That does not necessarily mean that everything they say they're right. But it's just good to listen to what they have to say, just from a perspective. You want to compare a Donald Trump to Cummings? First and foremost, Cummings is a man of integrity. Donald Trump isn't. Donald Trump, every business he managed, failed. Cummings excel to distinction. Cummings excel. Donald Trump failed. Donald Trump launched his
Anthony, can I call you to a point, please? Because you made a very important point. So to get some clarity.
Yes.
You said every business that Cummings managed, he excelled.
Yes.
Can you name some of the businesses that Mr. Cummings managed in the past?
Good. The Pillsbury Company is a full company to get us craft.
I know Pillsbury. Yeah.
In Minnesota, Cummings was the youngest vice president of that company at age 36.
He said it on OKFM.
He was the youngest vice president. He left Pillsbury Company before working for LBDI temporarily and before going to Coca-Cola in Nigeria in 1997. So Cummings moved from a regular financial guy up to the executive vice president level of Pillsbury Company in Minnesota.
So what
Then-
happened to Coca-Cola Painsbury?
No, listen.
His time.
Okay, listen
Mr.
now.
Nemo,
Listen.
we didn't interrupt you.
Mr. Cummings retired before the decision of Coca-Cola in Liberia. Mr. Cummings retired in 2016, after 19 and a half years with Coca-Cola. Then Coca-Cola made that decision, I think 2020, if I'm not mistaken, to shut down the plant because of the market. Coca-Cola didn't have that plant that they shut down. They took it to Burkina Faso. That plant now is in Burkina Faso. It's booming in Burkina Faso. You understand? Now, yes, welcoming intervened. In 2014, when there was Ebola crisis, all the Liberians that worked at the Coca-Cola plant in Liberia, they stayed home for 11 months and received their salary for 11 straight months without going to work. That was Cummings' decision because at the time, Cummings was head of Coca-Cola Global. So he made that decision for Liberia.
Hey, King, let's get clarity.
You got your time?
Yeah, I paused his time. Thank you. I paused his time. He still got about 60 or 40 seconds to go.
40 seconds.
Mr. Gay.
Mr.
So,
Okay.
I didn't know the information you just
Hey,
shared.
game.
Huh?
Yeah, Mr. Gate, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Giving Mr. Gay 40 seconds.
Because
Yes.
I'm calling him to a point.
He can cut it to a point. Come on.
Are you impressed? Are you impressed with what he's saying?
He's providing information that would need.
I'm providing
clarity.
information.
He's entitled to 2 minutes. We're impressed or
Yeah.
not.
When it comes to Mr. Cummings'
You
information,
spoke
I'm informed.
uninterruptedly.
So here's the thing, Mr. Gay. You
Yes.
said Cummings paid the workers in Liberia for 11 months.
11
Whatever.
straight months.
Okay. But Mr. Nubo also asked you, why did he not step in when the plane?
Mr. Cummings was already
I'm
already retired.
I'm coming, Mr. Gay. I'm coming.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me land the question,
All right.
because you can't say he paid for 11 months, then he all retired. I don't understand
That's
that.
two separate times.
Okay. So if he retires, that means he still had influence within the company. You say he worked 19 years, even with the company I'm working. If I retire today, I can still call one or two managers and say, "Hey, man, can you help me with the person? Can you bring them on?"
Yeah, but
and
help
they'll
one
help me
person
out.
in the decision on the whole country, that's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's the point I'm coming to, man.
Oh, good.
You
Okay.
said you said it closed because the business in Liberia was going down.
Correct.
Of course, the business must make money, but the manager also has the capacity, right? They also have that latitude to be able to scale down, and still maintain certain level of operation within that locality, because you don't want to, in the case of Liberia, you don't want to put everybody out of work. And you know him very well. You come in now knowing very well you have some political ambition. You don't shut that down. You're not going to come back to haunt you. So you could have scaled down. If you have 50 people working in the plant, cut it down to 10.
Mr. Gay, ask somebody for
You keep 10 people.
All right. Can I respond now?
Yeah, you got your time back. Go back.
Good.
You were asking somebody
So,
for input.
Mr.
Say,
Nemo.
help me out.
Okay, Mr. Nemo.
Yeah, I'm here.
This is 2026. We are allowed to speak now.
Oh, yeah, 2026. But you are asking somebody,
No.
why
Hold
you
on.
ask-
Hold on.
how
when
I
you
said-
We
how
didn't
you
say a
ask-
word. We allow you
We are
to
allowed
flow.
not to speak.
You were asking somebody, how should I respond to Archie?
Can you allow me to speak now?
Go ahead.
Good. So, you raised a valid concern, Mr. Wright. When Mr. Cummings was the executive vice president and chief administrative officer of Coca-Cola in 2014 during the Ebola crisis, the entire plant was shut down. And everybody who were employee of Coca-Cola was sent home, and Cummings kept them on payroll. Matter of fact, Cummings took Coca-Cola's representatives to Liberia and they distributed medical supplies for Ebola. It was after the fact that Madam Seri gave him that humanitarian, the highest humanitarian award, the civilian award that she gave him. You understand that?
Why is it? Why is the award?
Mr.
It
Nubo,
has
when
some kind of lonely.
you
I can't
spoke,
remember.
you did not interrupt.
No, he need
You
to
cannot
explain
interrupt his
it
time.
now.
We allow you to speak without interrupting you.
Why the UP people
all
are so
respect.
angry?
No, I'm not UP person.
But
Okay,
you support
let
Bouaga, right?
give Mr. Gay time.
But
Let
you
give Mr. Gay
support
time.
Bouaga, right?
Let's give Mr. Gay. Mr. Gay, you got 20 seconds, please.
Oh,
20
you
seconds. Go
got
ahead.
20 seconds?
Yeah, but you
why is
interrupt.
the
No, I have
Okay,
to
order?
take
if,
my time
Mr.
back.
Why is
Nubo,
the
you can
order
interrupt
they
him,
get
man. I
so
will
funny?
restore the man down.
Right.
This is not fair.
Mr. Gay, go ahead.
Look, and they do that to me on almost every platform. They can't even allow me to speak. But here's the thing, yeah, right? When the decision was made, Cummins has already retired. So Liberia was not producing. It was costing Coca-Cola more money to operate the plant in Liberia than to take the plane out of Liberia. Just Total left Liberia. I'm talking about what's the name? Yes, Total left Liberia, and other corporation left Liberia, including USAID. Now the Swedish company about to leave, the organization about to leave in March. I mean, the interest was no longer there. There was nothing that Mr. Cummings could influence. This is Coca-Cola decision. This is not Mr. Cummings' decision. What Mr. Cummings is able to do with his skill set is to put Liberians to work. Mr. Cummings has pledged to bring business tycoon to Liberia. This year, he will bring investors to Liberia. He said it on OKFM. Investors that will invest in the living condition of our people to give them jobs, because how can I help our people? Our people need jobs so they can be self-sufficient, not to be a beggar like Bouaga making them to be a beggar.
Okay, let's go to legend.
I mean, you know,
Mr. Nubo, I
Mr.
want you
Nubo.
to exercise patience, because when I will remind you again, when you were speaking, we did not interrupt.
Okay.
Now it's my turn.
Okay.
Everything I'm going to say here going to be all harsh realities.
Honorable legend.
When he's done, I will get started. Everything I'm going to say here is going to be harsh reality. Firstly, I brought up Trump because we were speaking in the regard of Mr. Cummings and his work, his discipline. He's a businessman. Trump went to college at Wharton in Pennsylvania and got a business degree. And a lot of people don't know, Trump on his own admission said that when he graduated from college, his father gave him $1 million to start. Think about it. If you and I were giving $1 million, we could probably be Trump or even better today, because we didn't have that luxury of a cushion of that kind of huge sum of money. So we are where we are. So now against that backdrop, I said Trump, a correlation with Mr. Cummings. Having forgotten about, let me get to the reality. I always try to speak and make my point so objective. Mr. Cummings is not the only person I got my eye on 2029. There are other people in opposition that I feel should be given a chance. I always highlight Councillor Gonglo. Councillor Gonglo has done pro bono work for a lot of Liberians. He has worked in government. He's seen government.
What about Archie Wright?
Well, Archie hasn't put forth himself. That's the point where you may have making to you. And I continue with all interruption. So Archie hasn't, Anthony Gay hasn't put himself on out there to become a president. So having said that,
no. I asked you about Archie Wright. I asked you about Anthony Gay.
Okay,
it's conflicting.
You see, my time is going to add up because I interrupted. And Archie's going to add up. So having said that, the reason why I mentioned Taylor and Weah, it's all harsh reality. I said, I don't think George Weah should have been a president of Liberia, and I'm a strong supporter of Weah against the background of my sports background. 2006, I was one of the youngest journalists in Liberia doing sports on radio and TV. This picture was taken next to LBDI 2006. This is me, very young me in my same Manchester support, and George Weah. The rope you see hanging there, that's my recorder rope. 2006, I was a TV and radio reporter for Power TV, and I was going to Cloud TV to do sports. That's right there, me doing a one-on-one interview with Weah. I asked and took a picture thereafter. I love him as a sports icon. He's, in my opinion, the greatest African player ever. Until anyone can bring their African best player, Weah is the only one who won that award in 1995. And I stand by that. He is the greatest African player. And anyone want to challenge me, I take on them.
Dembele just won.
Wholeheartedly. So with those points, and Charles Taylor, had it not been for the low, like I said, it's all harsh reality. Had not been for the low level of literacy rate in our country, Charles Taylor could not be a president, a man who fought war, and a lot of people died because of the war, whether intentionally or unintentionally, or men that cannot be hypothetically president of a country like America with 97 or 98% literacy rate. a man who is labeled a rebel. American professor will read it. What's the definition of a rebel? Rebel, somebody who rebel against the government, kill people, this, that. No, cannot vote for that kind of man to be president. Against that backdrop, I think Charles Taylor shouldn't have been a president of Liberia. But we understand he became a president because people say, why you kill my man, you kill my pa, we'll vote for you because why our literacy rate is very low. Those are the reasons I gave him to say that Mr. Cummings, Councillor Gonglo, even Moneba, if he can get a house right, I heard that he's not married. I want to see him married. They should be given a chance. The people who had a chance to serve, they are not better than Mr. Cummings. So that's why Mr. Cummings was on the card and we're discussing Mr. Cummings, but I have my eyes on other people and I will retire like this.
But
If CDC in my parting from this round, if CDC is going to bring George Weah, who failed already, he failed because the US proved that he failed. They sanctioned so many of his officials for massive corruption. That speaks volume. If CDC is going to bring George Weah back, I see the only person that will really be a forerunner for United Party, Mr. Joseph Boyka, to face Weah, to defeat Weah. I don't think Kung, if he represent UP and Joseph Boyka retires and not run 2029, I don't think Kung can beat George Weah. I think Boyka probably can, and I don't think Mr. Cummings, even though I like his chances, I'll lay out everything, I'm not sure Mr. Cummings can do it. So if they're going to bring George Weah, who failed, I think United Party should bring Joseph Boyka because there's no way I can compare George Weah and Omer Boyka. There's nothing that comparable. Weah is a complete flunky in terms of presidency because he doesn't know better. They're the people running the show, and he just there as a puppet leader. Nothing to compare. Thank you.
Okay, it's my turn. It's my turn.
It is your turn, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, it's my turn. Legend, you outlined your points clearly. So let me start to give my response to one of the claims you made. You said in one of your claims that Weah is the best African footballer ever to have won the Ballon d'Or in your estimation. Well, just recently, Mr. Legend, we have had Mr. Musa Dembele. I know it's Dembele. I don't know.
Dembele doesn't play for African nation. Remember that.
Yeah, but Dembele is African, just like you and myself.
Yeah, meaning people who play in African countries.
Okay. Yeah. So all right.
Dembele
yeah, he's not. Dembele he's not. Doesn't care about African nationality, but he's an African, the race.
Yeah, no, person who play for African country. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I gave that. But I'm with you. On the Cummings issue. So our dear brother Anthony just listed a whole list of stuff in the chat room. And among that list, there were a few things that caught my attention. One, it was I think it's 300 kV or Sonic KV, I think 350 kV that Mr. Cummings gave to the Harper University, TC, I think TC, University in Harper.
University, yes.
Yes. And then he also built a breach in Maryland. But I hope Anthony was still here.
I don't know about that. I think it's made.
You know, he probably could be listening. Anthony could be listening.
Okay. Yeah. So, Anthony, if you're listening, please come by and provide proof to your claim. Because you just got somebody different.
Even the KV he's talking about that was donated to BWI when Cummings was the board chair for the Booker Washington Institute.
Okay. So it wasn't in Maryland. Then, because my question was my question was to the brother, if that guy did all these good things you talk about, how come he got so little a vote in Maryland? Because people would have talked about it there, and would have gained some sympathy or some traction in Maryland. But unfortunately, it did not. Okay, Alex Woman knew that he's home safely. But he didn't get no vote, I mean, he probably got the least vote in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most vote probably somewhere in some boring outside Monrovia there. That's where he got his most vote. So, Legend, this thing makes sense to some of us. This guy, this is his second time. And you want to tell me all the articulation you're making I don't know the Yakula who's supposed to be, well, who is not supposed, she is a lawyer, who is a lawyer, and all the great minds supposedly around Cummings can make the argument you guys are making to convince the Liberian people to get a man over the 1%, threshold. I don't get it.
You want me to say something
Please
to that?
respond, please. Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to say to that. I think Mr. Cummings lacks the charisma, and Liberian people, they have a way of showing you
Bingo.
who they like. That's the case of George Weah.
I want to say bingo to myself.
Yeah, George Weah became president because the Liberian people showed him clearly that they wanted him. When they like you, they like you. And we all know George Weah popularity. George Weah, outside of Nelson Mandela, Jerry John Rawlings, who's gone, I don't see how many people in Africa that are more popular than George Weah, at least to say in Liberia. Look, thankfully, the other day, somebody made a post and a young guy was commenting, and I started to provide some insight on George Weah, and everybody was like, wow. Because when it comes to George Weah, I was fortunate to watch this guy stand on the sideline, call games for him for Lone Star. And I mean, I know when I say this man was a great athlete, great soccer player, I can defend him anywhere outside of politics. So I know why I tell people when I talk about him. Because of that, he must be loved, and he's loved by the people in Liberia. But then there's a thin line. A lot of people cannot draw a dichotomy. They can draw a line between the love for George Weah as an athlete and the love for George Weah in politics, because they don't realize the difference. And that's where our people limitation come into play. That's why a lot of people they can divide that. So they just, oh, we love George Weah, so we're voting for him. You love George Weah as a football player. He was a great player. He has charisma. He has big name. But it doesn't transcribe to presidency or politics. That's the line right there, my brother.
Mm-hmm. So you also made another claim again that I want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not going to dispute it, but I just want to talk about it in more detail.
No problem.
Because I think I'm with you on this, but because you brought it up, I want you to talk about it more. So you talk about if Joe Weah is coming back, and he's coming back with the same old faces, then okay, what do you mean by that? Who are the old
Yeah,
faces?
let me I'm going to be very clear with that. If George Weah is going to come back with Samuel Twe, who told her that he misspoke, but we know deceptive, who told her that he misspoke and told 27 million people out of poverty in their first CDC first year. And just imagine that day I listened to that. I was listening attentively that day because they had 3 people on a panel that day in studio at ELBC. They had T-Max, they had KOK, and another person. I would think about the third person, but it was T-Max when he said, because Eugene Nangwe was sitting next to him, he said, in our first year, you know how to can speak with gesticulation, he made gesture. In our first year, we took 27 million Liberians out of poverty. Then T-Max reiterated, he said, in your first year, you what? He said, in our first year, I said, we took 27 million Liberians out of poverty. That cannot be a mistake. He said it twice, but because you were caught down the line and people keep bringing it up, that's why he went back and said he clarified that it's not 27 million. How can we have, because first of all, Liberia don't have a population of 7 million. So
not even close.
27, not even close. So it makes no sense. But that's what I mean. We cannot allow George Weah to come back to president. Look, let me be honest with you. If George Weah was a very bright person, he would let himself to enjoy the world. George Weah is extremely rich today. 6 years of presidency, he's very rich today. He don't need presidency, but people keep echoing in your ear, like the likes of Maxwell Kimenya, and they keep telling Eugene Nangbe and Maumbi, but they keep telling him, man, you can make it, man. Go by run. Joseph Boakai is messing. Joseph Boakai is messing up. We can see it. He is messing up in some areas. But can you give another person, like I keep saying, Councillor Gonglo, Mr. Cummings, and that's going to be for not 2029. We have a few years. There could be another person, prominent Liberian, that can throw themselves or throw their name out there. Can we get another person a chance? Watch we. So if George Weah is going to come back 2029 and say he's running for presidency, I think the octogenarian Joseph Boakai should run again, because Joseph Boakai has a better chance of beating George Weah. I just don't want to see George Weah back in presidency because I love him dearly. He should not be a president. That job is not for him. His job is to.
But you still want to see Cummings to beat Joseph Boakai.
Well, I want for Cummings. If it's Cummings and Weah, I can make the case as somebody who supported Mr. Boakai that Cummings needs a chance because we've seen what Joseph Boakai can do. Actually, you see what the government is doing. The government is making some errors, even though I support this government till this day.
I know.
They're
But there are
making
errors.
lots of
So why
errors.
don't we give Mr.
Lots
Cummings
of
a chance?
errors. They're making lots of errors.
Thank you.
I know they're making errors.
And I can point. We can say here right now. I can name.
He will compound the whole error issue.
Cummings has a problem, but I think we should give him a chance. But it looks like it's not going to happen. Let's be realistic.
Okay.
It may likely not happen, but he deserves a chance. If you ask me any day, he deserves a chance.
But that's why I said try.
All right, Mr. Nugo, let's get you.
Go ahead.
2 minutes, Mr. Nugo, 2 minutes.
Okay. I mean, there's Legend Whistle, who I believe is from the choir group. And
what lesson you gotta do with it?
All right.
No.
You wanna put me in my place.
I take my own time to talk now. And there's Anthony Gay Sr. I feel that both of them are conflicted. And I think I asked a question last night to one of our panelists that what cattle mean. And the panelists tried to define it, and we went offline. So I feel that Legend Whistle and Senior Gay are conflicted. These people are not looking at what will benefit us in the southeastern Liberia, in the Kwa country. They are looking for promoting commerce. Commerce, people contacted me. The first run now, Honorable Numo, we can facilitate your trip to Washington, D.C. to meet with Commerce. I said, who is Commerce? And they explained. I said, I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was the treasurer of the Liberia Community Association. And we heard about one Commerce from Maryland County. And he never came to our meeting. The first time I met Commerce was when I came to the U.S. 2006 on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf delegation to Washington, D.C. I mean, that was the time they discussed the how they call it, debt reliever. The billions of dollars Liberia were owing the international community. That's the time it was discussed. And Commerce was there. And Commerce were promoted by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Even Commerce were promoted over Boakai. Bruskin was promoted over Boakai by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I know that. She is my own friend. And then we get Legend Whistle and Gay Senior trying to lecture us Hell no. The commerce or crook. I see like a wizard and head down.
No, but yes, my thing, right? Yes, my thing, and I'll bring the legend after this. Look, the legend gave a very good reading of Mr. Cummings. Now, that the charisma issue, the people around him must work on it, because this thing is universal.
Okay.
When you, especially in politics, you appear. Look, I got a Donald Trump. Donald Trump, look, you can say all you want to say with Donald Trump, but Donald Trump has a charisma. Okay. Trump was starting to get everybody to laugh. You can say some funny thing, everybody start laughing, and the way he talks, everybody want to hear he talk, But what comes out of that talk is what people don't like, But you first of all embrace the charisma, and then before you embrace the individual who is Trump. That is the difference. And I think this is where he wanes a lot of time. But you can't translate that to our dear brother Cummings. Maybe there's something they need to do about it, Judge. They need to work.
No, not you and myself. Let Legend Smith and Gay Senior do the work on Mr.
No, I said they need to work on it.
Yeah, they need to work on it.
They need to work on it because,
like in Smith, like in we said, are you working on it?
Okay. They can spend all the money.
The man laughing now, asking him a question. Legend, we said, are you working on comics?
No, I think he took a call in the back. So, but Mr. Nubo, we got 9 minutes to go.
Okay.
So, 8 o'clock, I think 8 o'clock will be it. So that we can be able to come back here tomorrow.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah. So I'm glad I will get Saturday agreed to. I'm going to transmit that to the.
I'm glad like you speak come out of the hiding.
Yeah, no, I had to make a quick interaction.
Yeah.
Oh, to try will come and say that there's some.
Why you against your own quad, brother?
Some old man here they call John Numono confront me.
Mr. Nubo.
Yes.
You say you from Harper or you from Blege?
I'm not from Blege is in Harper.
People saw the can.
I'm from Sorokan
District. Okay. My grandmother brother was a popular Marylander, so let me see if you know his name. He died way back, but if you know some people from back then, his name was Samuel Kuyado Wallace. Kuyado Wallace. He was a popular man in the growth sector. My grandmother is Margaretha Wallace, his older sister.
Kuyado Wallace from
I think he's the Bisuana administrator in
Big Town.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My grandmother brother. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my grandmother, older younger brother. So that family, that Wallace, were very popular. They used to have a foreign minister cousin, George Wallace.
I know Oman Wallace.
Yes, Oman Wallace.
And even there was a conflict between Harper District Rocktown, and Washington.
Yeah.
Thomas Bedell and myself met with Oman Wallace.
Okay. The former foreign minister.
Yes.
Yeah. So my name is
Francis. I think that Francis Wallace.
Okay.
When I was at GSC.
Okay.
We sent him to India.
Yeah. So my name is Bishop. I identify with that side because
we sent him there to get a master's degree.
Yeah, I was raised by my grandmother, my father's mother. So
that means that young Numo and a young Molu.
Right. No, it was a very good show, Mr. Wright.
But I think you and the great gay man, you people are confused.
No, we are confused because you feel we are confused. Because
I feel like you're confused, and this is why we call this station I beg to differ.
Right. So anybody who differ with your point, they are confused.
The day I come to Liberia, you are my son. I will be beaten.
If you're not confused, you are conflicted.
Yeah, you are conflicted. As long as you don't share, as long as you don't share his view, you are confused or conflicted. And Mr. Nubo, for the record, I'm in the US just as you, I think. You're in the US.
No. I will take you to Liberia. I will be on your head.
I'm not exactly. I'm not going to Maryland since I was a child. My grandmother took me there.
Okay.
When I was a child, I've never been back, and I definitely want to go to Grand G there. So more than likely, I would love to go there. No question about it.
I mean, Maryland. At that time we didn't have River G County and this and that, but everything have changed.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not trying to be too harsh on you or on Mr. Gay, but this is a beg to differ.
Okay.
We have to throw the punches. Even the old man throwing punches, and the young guy, punching the old man eyes, that is acceptable.
Right.
All right, I gotta get the closing statement.
Right.
We have 2 minutes to go.
Okay.
So, Mr. Nubo, you want to go first or you want me to go first? Your choice.
You go first.
Okay, certainly. Well, Achi and the rest of the panelists, those who are still on and those who left the platform and following, want to say thank you. And we always appreciate, for me, I wholeheartedly appreciate our producer and our listeners who comment, people who follow their Facebook, make all their comments, spend their time following us. And we hope tomorrow I'm hearing Mr. Senator Emmanuel Zopeno will be on. I look forward to interacting with him. Since 2006, I interviewed him one-on-one at Power FM. I look forward to talking to him when I can get a chance to throw a word or two in. Very, very spirited show. Very good show. Very crowded group of people, and we read it through our wits around tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Legend.
Okay. I should thank you, and thanks to everybody. I love the show, and even though I'm an old man, I always like to throw punches to these political neophytes. Hey, so that's George Numbo. I mean, and besides that, I want the Southeast to be elevated, Southeastern Liberia. And that is my point, and that is my call. I rest my point.
Okay, the veteran Smith, your closing.
Yeah, it was a good show. We had a good guest, Representative Naquetta Riggs. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I send our love to her. That she did a great job. She hope to get her, if possible, Friday. If possible, where things will be better.
Yes.
So, and tomorrow we have a guest, but I learned that there's another guest. So we'll see. We just leave it at that because things can change.
Here's the thing, veteran. He can come and we can discuss everything. For his good. I think they're gonna hold him from 4. I didn't say we're gonna hold him from 4, which is 8 o'clock there to them. And I don't know how long it's gonna run. But however it runs, he can be part of that discussion. But whatever they're gonna discuss, we can bring all of that he want to talk about, the infrastructure, whatever you say you want to talk about again. We can blend all of that into the discussion. I don't think Boniface will stay away tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, great. Thank you all, guys. And here's what I'll say. To you, Legend, you've been in the industry for a while. If you can bring us, if you know anybody else who you want to bring on the platform, as guests, please do that.
Certainly.
Mr. Numbo have a different view. I love his view, man. Mr. Numbo, I love that view.
What view I have?
I love that view.
I mean, we gotta go.
I'm not looking at your setting room. I'm looking at the other view. I love the other one. You brought this one back, man.
Yo, you legend wisher. I can't understand you.
As long as you don't share his view.
I can understand that we're picking Archie.
We know.
Oh, that's sometimes you don't understand, Archie.
Sometimes completed.
That I can understand Archie. But I can't understand the.
Oh yeah.
That's what you said.
But Legend, if you got anybody you think that will come on the show as a guest, please let us know.
But tonight I admire you're ready when we Crossfire, man. The way Crossfire should be. So I just allow you to go ahead.
Going at Mr. Numbo.
Yeah, that's right. All right, gentlemen, it's 10 o'clock. I know we're not going to stop.
That is how we need to have it.
I'll see y'all. Good night.
Make the show very popular.
Mr. Numbo, we'll see you, sir.
See you, sir.
Okay.
So Saturday for setting that you'll go. You're taking the Crossfire Saturday.
We'll confirm tomorrow. But Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye now.